What is going on, guys? In this video, I did tips and tricks of how to win and how to clutch, and cause in the video I ended up choking a little bit, but I still pulled the win. So anyway, guys, let's get right into this. So if you didn't already notice, I landed Fatal Fields. If you, of course you hear me, but I landed, and you see that guy took my weapon, so I went to go search that to see if there's a chest there. Immediately, he followed me down there, so I decided to go into the cornfield and look for a weapon while he was trying to kill me, because he almost killed me. If I didn't get a gun soon, he probably would have killed me. But as you can see right here, I crouched and waited on him to go into the field, and I killed him. Of course, I was like, dang, you played too much. Yeah, but as you can see, Fatal Fields is not that popular of an area, so I had good time to loot, find shields, as I did right there. And I just took my time looting the building. And later, a couple seconds later, I started hearing, people walking around. It ended up being a default, but he had a pump, so I was trying to be as careful as possible that he didn't take my shield. He ended up, walking away, and then he scared me because he walked right back in. He walked out, and then he walked right back in. So, kind of scared me, took me off guard. I attacked that guy because he did not look like he had good loot. I'm pretty sure he ended up having, some decent loot on him. And I killed him easily. After that part, I, went into the barn, the long barn, to look for resources. I could get a chest. I ended up finding a chest right at the door because nobody looted. I took my time and looted Fatal Fields while I had the chance. That gave me full shield, so I was ready for a fight. So I didn't really loot the rest of Fatal because there was no point because I was already set. But after that, I went towards Salty, and I will keep talking to you guys when I get there. Right now, just watch and learn. Alright guys, so trick right here you can do is whenever you're running across those bouncers on the ground with the shadow cube, make sure you jump on top of it, and it gives you a long range. So as you can see right here, there's people fighting, and I kinda didn't want to fight, but instead of not fighting, I decided to join the fight because I wanted kills at the same time. And right there, I got lasered, so I got kind of scared and kind of held back what I wanted to do. I wanted to rush them both, and then, as you could probably hear right there, I heard him right above me, and so I dipped below my stairs to make sure I get the advantage of the stairs to protect me. So the guy, I had no idea where he was, so he lasered me. At this point, I was scared. I was sweating, so I was just like, I need to get this over with to killing him. So, flick shot, and then there. If he would have pulled the trigger, I would have been dead. That's just simple facts. As you can see, from killing more than one person, you get tons of loot. So, whenever you get tons of loot, just take your time, look through it, look what you want. Make sure you got your inventory slots set up, you got full shield. But I had 75 health, 50 shield after that, and I went out to like steal loot, and I ended up like basically changing my entire setup, and by that I mean I picked up the heavy shotgun because the pump is stronger and the heavy is like it's got longer range, but it's weaker. It's faster. After here soon, I might cut off some audio because my friends joined the party, and you know you probably don't want to hear me talking to him. Um, there was like 3 more people in that corrupted area where I'm headed now. There was like 3 people fighting. I killed some of them, and then you guys will see what I did afterwards because I got a little bit scared. So as you can see, he had no idea where I was, but right directly after that, he grabbed a cube and ran away too, so I lost his location. Even though I tried to shoot at him afterwards, I lost his location, and so I just decided to grab a cube and look for him. So right here, I ended up getting shot at, top fired at. I don't know if that was the same guy or not, but I'm pretty sure it was. He left and then came back, but see, this is the part wherever I choked. I kept on trying to go up towards him, but I kept on jumping too early, and then I ended up going back. So instead, I dropped down, and this is wherever I cut out the audio. But as you can see, I jumped on top of that and kept on trying to get up there and get the action. I ended up getting on top of here to kill this guy, which was the guy that was shooting at me. And so I killed him easily. Then the other dude started lobbing those quad launcher bullets at me, so I dipped back because I didn't want to die. And I was low mats. Only had 10 things I could build, so I was not trying to fight that. So I went back. I got another cube, and I stole his high ground, as you'll see here in a second. Right here, as you can see, I stole his high ground. He was trying to get back, but I did not want to let him get back up. I was also getting sniped from, it seemed like southeast, but you guys can't hear it because, you know, I cut off the sound. It's good. The sound is going to be cut off for like, I want to say 2 minutes. But, if you watch, you can see that the guy was straight up sniping me, so I had to keep building, and I was also getting rushed, so I did not know what to do. As you can see, I kept the high ground. I didn't go down and rush him for a while, and then he showed signs of like not knowing how to play, so I just rushed down there and took his floor beneath him. I thought he was gonna kill him, but it didn't. But as you can see, that flick build is a good strategy whenever you're kind of falling behind and you feel like the enemy's gonna get the high ground on you. You just flick build a stair right in front of him. At least that's what I call it. If you didn't see right there, I quickly looked at the map to see where the storm was, so I didn't die. So I decided that that fight wasn't for me, and I needed to get out of there as soon as possible because the storm ended up being all the way past Leaky Lake. But here's where I cut the sound back on because my friend ended up leaving the party. But yeah, I just kept on running towards the circle. I was kind of scared there was somebody in that porta fort right there, but I kind of kept my cool and didn't try to go up in there because that could have risked me making it to the storm or not. I'm scared, bro. As you can see right there, I just straight up say, I was like, I'm scared, bruh, because I had like no health. As you can see, the skipping is whenever I looked at the PlayStation screen, because I wanted to know what time it was and stuff, so it kind of skips. But I flew up here to check if somebody was there or not. Then I proceeded to go back down and go back up. Another tip you can use, another trick you can use, is whenever you're trying to get it to the circle, always try to stop by Leaky Lake, because you can always go down to the bottom and then pull your parachute. See, I landed on that guy, and he was actually a good player. He wasn't bad as I thought. But I tried to get the high ground, and he shotgunned right behind me, leaving me with only 26 health. I ended up trying to heal up in a second. I ended up getting a hit off on him and then running some more. He knew the circle was coming, but at that point I didn't. I ended up getting stuck, which scared the crap out of me. So I just went down, grabbed bandages, and tried to use it. And at this point I realized that the storm was coming, so I was going to grab the bandages, but I wanted to make sure that he wasn't coming. And at that point, I thought it was over because he jumped down and I thought he was coming for me. But instead, he decided that he was going to go to the circle and wait for me to get there. As you can see, I used the med kit too to give me an extra couple of seconds in the storm because I don't want to go directly where he was, and I kind of headed up the storm, as you'll see here in a second. I can see him right northwest, as you can see, like northwest, somewhere to my left. If you see him, you know, that's why I didn't want to go directly towards him at first. So I decided to head like upwards the storm, up, up the storm north. He thought he was so slick at this point. He tried to snipe me, and then he tried to air bullet me, and I only had 16 health, okay? I was so scared. I was trying to hide. I was about to just run. I was debating whether or not to fight him or not. And in the end game, there was also people in front of me as well as behind me. So, got me messed up right there. But there was these two people build battling right in front of me, and I think they finished at this point. Yeah, at this point they were finished, and I choked the shot. Don't ever do this. You see, I had a clean shot on him, but I choked. I was too slow. But as you can see, I just went back and tried to hide. I didn't have enough mats to get up the side, so I went out, got some more brick. And I was gonna place a trap, but then it wasn't my fort. So if you don't see him, he is like right there. Yeah, so go ahead. Look, just look at him just chilling behind that wall. So I ended up following him because the storm was coming and I did not know what to do, so I was kind of trying to stay close. He also left a whole big pot for me, so thank you whoever that was. I'll give him a shout out probably for leaving that big shit. No, I'm just kidding. But I was debating on whether or not to shoot him or not, right? And I decided just to follow him. I followed him to this point, and I kept on trying to line up a shot with my deagle, and see, I knew he had some good loot. So I shot him and killed him. I don't know why I wouldn't wait for him to get to the circle and then killed him, because then I could have probably had more health than I ended up with, as well as more shield. I could have took those minis, but that was risking a whole lot extra than I needed to. Also, right after that circle was the 5-tick circle, so I couldn't risk it being in the storm for more than I already was. Alright. So as you can see, I got to the circle, I had a campfire, and I had no mats. So I ran behind the tree near Junk Junction and built myself something to put the campfire on. Because as you can see, I'm not in the good health to fight. One thing do not do like me is use a campfire without bandages. As you can see, I mean, I didn't have bandages, but if you do have bandages, get your health to at least 50 and then use the campfire. Because that saves you bandages for later and it gives you 100 health. Because the campfires do 50 health. So as you can see, bad of me, I broke the tree, you know. Woo, I spit bars, you know. But I could see people up the mountain at the castle. So I decided just to gather up my mats and stay out of fights for now. I kept on looking everywhere, looking around to make sure that nobody was there. I think, yeah, I broke this tree too on accident, and I was like, oh no. And then I saw that guy, and I killed him because, look, I don't know why. Actually, I don't know why I shot at him at first. I was kind of scared he was going to turn around and just spam build and build a castle while I was on the ground, and I wouldn't have enough mats, and I would probably lose. But I ended up killing him. He had all the loot I needed to survive that game, so I was like praying. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus, thank you. Also, do not waste as much mats as I did, because as you can see, I did a whole bunch of extra floor, wall, ramp stuff, and I was already against the mountain. So, as you can see right here, I also took the rift into my own hands so I could protect it, and so whenever I needed to, I could use it. Now right here, as you can see, he was trying to snipe me and I was trying to snipe him, as you can see through the little crack. But my aim ended up being way lower than his was, so I ended up realizing that I had the circle to my advantage, so I just played the waiting game, because he had to come to me before I would have to come to him. So I kept care of the rift, made sure he wouldn't get to the rift. I should have, however, placed a trap. That was my only thing I think I should have did, was place a trap right on that wall beside the rift. Because you'll see why in a couple seconds. Right there is the reason why I should have placed a trap. Because he was coming down to use the rift too, and as you can see, whenever I went back down, he was breaking in to use the rift, and I could have had a trap waiting for him. I ended up doubling back down to use the rift again, but instead I decided I'm going to use the other rift, because he was in the air. Because he knows that I want the high ground, and I just straight up took it from him. As you can see right here, he went back down to grab it, and it disappeared right in front of him, so he lost his chance to win that. He was a default skin, and he played like one too. I don't know how he seemed so good to me at the beginning, whenever I first saw him, but he definitely was a default skin. As you can see, I followed him down to see if I can get any of his heals. Aim is doo-doo, as you can see. But that enemy was just not giving me a break and ended up taking off most of my health in a second. at that point, I wasn't really scared because I thought he was shooting down something else that he actually wasn't. At that point, I literally thought I was dead. So instead, I doubled back and tried to kind of go towards the circle. But right there, as you can see, I had a snipe on him, but I also lost like all of my shield. In a few seconds here, you'll see that, I don't know if it was him or not, but somebody died from the storm. And the other one was literally right below me, so I just jumped up and shot him. I was like,
Dang,
you heard that?
That was
Yeah.
so close.
Anyway, if y'all like this content, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share it. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.